Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Nick Wolf's First Look. Today, I'm taking a look at, once again, another game from my childhood. Lego Batman for the Wii. Now, this title holds a lot of special memories to me. Well, not only the Wii version, but also the Xbox 360 version. As that's the first version I actually played. My cousin had gotten a free demo, I believe, and we played it a lot. The game itself is, well, Lego Batman. And this is also one of the earlier games in the Lego series. For those of you who don't know, the Lego series is pretty much just has done a whole bunch of stuff lately. If you have not played a game from it, I'm kind of shocked. But, yeah, overall, it's definitely a lot different than some of the more, what I'm going to call modern Lego games. Because there's, like, not really many full cutscenes, there's no voice acting in it. It's just Lego. And that's not a bad thing. But it's interesting how a lot of the opening cutscene and a lot of cutscenes in general are just, the characters kind of miming stuff, like, nothing really too crazy or dialogue heavy. The main plot of the game, overall, when you start a new file, basically shows that every Batman villain breaks out of jail. All of them. And as a result, you have to basically go through a total of 3 stories, which are, I believe, about 5 or 6 chapters long. Basically, each chapter you have to fight one of the Batman villains, and basically try and stop whoever the bigger bat guy is. For example, I know the first chapter is like the Riddler. I don't remember exactly who 2 is. I think it might be the Penguin. And then the final third chapter, or third episode, is all about the Joker. Now, playing through this game again, it was a lot of nostalgia for me, because I just distinctly remember it so fondly. One thing I wish I could have done was do 2-player, because this is what this game supports, is 2 players at once. One player can control Batman, another can control Robin, and they can overall kind of switch back and forth. The main plot, overall, is, like I said, it's simple enough, but it's also intriguing enough that you want to keep playing more and more. I remember I planned to play this, over the course of the week, but I actually ended up playing, an hour and a half of it on the first time just booting it up, because I was just so nostalgic, if that makes sense. It was just so much fun, really. However, despite that, the game does have a few iffy parts to it. But regardless, I think I'll let Mario take control of that. Mario? Well, this is the good, the bad, and the changeable. This is pretty much where I'm going to tell you what I liked, disliked, or what I wish I could have changed about the game. So, one thing I liked was overall just kind of the simplistic design. This game didn't need to necessarily be that crazy or that energetic, and I think the comedic cutscenes are just what this game needs. Yeah, it's a Batman game, but it's also a Lego game. So, it seems like, for the most part, it remembers that it's a Lego title. Which I feel like, I don't want to bash on newer ones, but I feel like it's something they've kind of forgotten about. They're more like, we're retelling this epic story, but you're still using Legos. Regardless, though, the way the story acting goes, and overall, I enjoy it. Now, what about the gameplay? The gameplay is takes a bit to learn. What I mean by this is pretty much, well, it's kind of weird. Use the Wii remote and nunchuck for it. However, B is attack, A is jump, and Z is doing a special command. Now, personally, I kept pushing A thinking that was an attack, because A, for the most part, is a game. A is usually a button you usually always use for some kind of action or attack move. Overall, though, after you get used to that, the game does get a bit easier once you finally kind of realize, oh, just gotta figure out these control settings. And there's no way to change them as far as I'm aware. But again, it's not really that difficult where you need a completely different learning curve. Now, one thing I would change about it is probably just kind of the overall direction of it. I know for the second level of the Riddler's episode, the first one, there's a part in the game where I had to actually kind of look up a guide, because it led me one way, but that was only to get secrets, and I didn't know that, so I was running around for 20 minutes trying to figure out exactly how to do it. But that's the only time I really had that problem. Overall, though, the game is, despite the fact that overall the game really does feel kind of blocky, pardon my pun, I still recommend it. like I said, the beginning level is really fun and really great introduction. Getting to see all the characters and everything else, great fun. And Lego Batman for the Wii and Xbox 360, as far as I remember, overall really fun games. I would totally recommend it. And if you don't want to have that or don't really feel like playing it, look up a Let's Play of the first episode, or the first part of it at least. I promise you'll enjoy it. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a great day. I'll see you the next one.